Okay, hit it. See? We're having an argument here. She had still picking under Saturday supplemental. Yes, you did. It was. I changed it. No. Okay. I love CC. But she didn't. She had it under. I didn't do that. I did? No, I didn't. Oh, well, when you made it the other day. Okay. Pot this down. Pot it down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back real quick. We just did the Tucker Carlson, another Tucker Carlson thing, which just angers the hell out of me because the guy is sucking up so much. Compared to his size, he's sucking up way too much air in the room. He should be smothered with a pillow, or what? Yeah, maybe you should start wearing bow ties again, so you can grab either side and start stretching it until he stops twitching. All right, we are going to take up Democrats being Democrats. Democrats always use race hustling, anything racial, they will use, and they do it all the time, whether it's sex, race, some kind of sleazy thing. It's always the Democrats, and they're always doing something that is just rips this nation apart. They are garbage people. Ever since the Civil War, the Democrats have been tearing this nation apart. The Democrats are evil, crappy people. They got a guy now, the Nazi nipple Nazi guy in Maine, who actually has a Nazi tattoo. And they're like, well, that was just a tattoo. But did you see him the other day? He's like Heil Hitler and stuff. No, I'm not kidding you. No, like, yeah, that was that picture, right? So, what? Yeah, he's the nipple Nazi. He has a Nazi, and then he's saying first he said, well, that's the type of environment I came from, and then he said, well, I didn't know what it was. So he either knew what it was or it was a type of. He's a liar. He's a lying sack of crap. They all are. Every Democrat is a lying bag of crap. They're garbage human beings. You want to see why? Here we go. Listen to this. Do you remember with the SLPC? They're a big civil rights, a Democrat civil rights group. All right, take it away, Irma. This is from America Reports just a little while ago. I know they're taking it. I don't know why it does this. Here we go.
The Justice Department announcing charges against the Southern Poverty Law Center, accusing the civil rights group of secretly funding extremist groups that it was hunting down. In one shocking allegation,
$3 million to the KKK. $3 million. They funneled these funds. Let's go back to it.
One shocking allegation, the DOJ alleges the group paid an informant who organized the 2017 Charlottesville rally.
Remember that? Remember the Charlottesville rally, something that the Democrats have been using? This is their group. The SPLC is their group. They're Democrats. There's 6 counts of wire fraud, 6 counts of bank fraud, and 1 count of conspiracy to commit money laundering. This is serious. This is very serious. By the way, crude oil is at $92.99 at this taping. So it's not going above $100, which is a good deal. So listen to this. Okay, $3 million to the Ku Klux Klan, the original Democrat boys in the hood. Okay, listen to it. This is ridiculous.
Charlottesville rally.
Yeah.
Quote, the F-37, the informant, was a member of the online leadership chat group that planned the 2017 Unite the Right event in Charlottesville,
They
Virginia,
planned it.
And attended the event at the direction of the SPLC.
F-37
made racist postings under the supervision of the SPLC and helped coordinate transportation to the event for several attendees.
This is right out of the DOJ. Oh my God, what's that called? It's right out of the DOJ thing for when they no. Go ahead.
And help coordinate transportation to the event for several attendees. Between 2015 and 2023, the SPLC secretly paid F-37 more than $270,000. Joining me now is the editor-in-chief of The Federalist, Molly Hemingway, also the author of the new book, Alito, The Justice Who Reshaped the Supreme Court and Restored the Constitution. We should note that the SPLC denies all of the allegations made against them. But this is something
you don't
that
indict
know a lot
people
about because you've been chasing the SPLC.
You don't indict people. That was right from the indictment. Oh, I had a brain fart. That was right from the indictment. You don't indict people for this stuff without having any, maybe, I don't know, let's call it evidence. I don't know. They can indict a ham sandwich.
You've been chasing the SPLC story
Let's listen to
well over a decade, and this even blew you away.
It is shocking to everyone who kind of knew there were problems at the SPLC. They were founded to fight racism. And for many decades, they did work that some people even thought was good work. At some point, they did not find enough racism to justify their massive
so they had to create
donor operations. And so what this indictment alleges is that they created their own racism.
Sure.
They were literally funding leaders of racist groups.
What did I tell you?
And then, according to the indictment, and they also were having them involved in the planning of events like, as was just noted, that Charlottesville Unite the Right rally, which became the...
It's the Unite the Right has become the Democrat talking point now for, 10 years? I am telling you, and I've told you this before, the Democrats, like the SPLC, they start an NGO to stop a problem, and when the problem is like being solved, then they ramp up the problem. They pay to get the problem worse. This is why you have, we need the Leering centers because of all these poor immigrants, all these poor Somalis that don't know how to leer. We need to teach them leering. So they get to the Leering Center, and then nobody goes to the Leering Center. No one looks into it, and they want more money. Then they have to have a Leering Center bus depot, so someone starts the taxi company that drags the non-existent Leering Center students to the Leering Center. And on it goes. SNAP, Medicare, Medicaid, they're all fraudulent. The hospice, and there's 450 hospice centers that were completely cut off, and they were waiting for phone calls from any of them saying, hey, we have patients that need our help. Nobody called them back because they were all fraudulent. This is in California. This happens all the time. Now, this is a private company. Supposedly, it gets money from the government. It gets money from the government. It gets money from George Soros. It gets money from Democrats. And it continues to do. It pays for the KKK. They paid for the freaking KKK. The Democrats' original boys in the hood. And I'm telling you, this is going on in everything. Everything you see around you is just a freaking lie. This is not conspiracy theory. This isn't like, Trump has changed. No, he hasn't. He hasn't changed in 50 years about Iran. This is not Tucker Carlson conspiracy. Candace Owens, Tyler Robinson. There were multiple Tyler Robinsons, according to Kansas, that they had Tyler Robinson lookalikes. I mean, insane crap like this. This is really happening, and everybody doing the Tyler Robinson, Trump has changed, all the garbage. Candace Owen and Tucker Carlson, mumbo jumbo, their freaking kabuki dances. You're missing this. This is what's actually happening. And I'm sort of pissed that Trump hasn't done this sooner. I am really pissed that Trump is not dragging the Leering Center, leering people out of the Leering Center and putting them in prison. Where are all these people being arrested? Start doing it. Start taking these people out. Stop, don't. What are you going to meet with the Iran for the fourth time? Start bombing Iran, and then send these people after these people. Let's get this shit. What? I'm sorry. Let's get this stuff straightened out. Because this is nonsense. This is dangerous. The Trump changing his mind on Iran. You can go back 47 years and watch him on Rona Barrett, and he hasn't changed his mind in that long, 5 decades almost. He hasn't changed his mind at all. This stuff is important. What is she? Let's listen to what she wraps this up with.
Rally, which became the basis on which President Biden said he had to run for president.
Yes.
Remember this?
Because of this SPLC orchestrated event that was not, it's not just awful what they're doing
Gave
in
us
terms
Biden,
of manufacturing,
which gave us 20% inflation. 40%
inflation. Very
inflation.
serious. So SPLC should take this extremely seriously, given their massive pocketbooks and what they are alleged to have done in terms of wire fraud and bank fraud.
The DOJ over the years tracked the expenditures of the SPLC,
Listen
the
to
alleged expenditures. Here's what they came down with. This is the breakdown. $270,000 to the Unite the Right member for Charlottesville, $1 million plus to the National Alliance affiliate, $300,000 to the Arian Nations affiliate, $140,000.
The Arian Nations affiliate. The Arian Nations Brotherhood got $300K from the SPLC. Holy crap.
$140,000 to the former National Alliance chairman, $73,000 and up to former KKK members that the Southern Poverty Law Center was founded to defeat, and then $19,000 plus to the American Front president and a felon.
You get that? They did defeat the KKK, but then when they ran out of KKK, they had to create more KKK to get more money. That's their game, and that is every Democrat's game. Don't let this go. Do not let this go. Screw, Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens. All that frickin' nonsense. I'm sorry, Cece. It's fucking nonsense. Screw that. This is what you have to keep your eye on. This is the true conspiracy. This is the true nonsense. Holy crap, man. The SPLC had to create more KKK so they could get money to stop the KKK. But they were creating the KKK and the Aryan nations, and then they're saying, look at this, we need more money. And everybody went along with it, especially the Democrats. The Democrats are the KKK. Remember that. The Democrats, here's the Democrats. The Democrats sought to expand slavery. They fought the Civil War to protect slavery, and then they wrote Jim Crow laws to protect, or they created the KKK to enforce their Jim Crow laws. And this is the proof. They didn't want the KKK to disappear. Are you kidding me? They make too much money on the KKK. All right, we're out of here. This is a short one. The people who were paid to get rid of the KKK found out they couldn't live without the KKK. It's just amazing. Just freaking amazing. All right. Have a good day. We'll see you later. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.